All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Monday, December 16th, 2024. If you're not done so already, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, comment your thoughts on the video. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for daily stock market, crypto, macro, everything, commentary, and come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Anyways, let's get into it today. So quite a bit to cover here. We'll start off with stocks here, but we'll definitely get into Bitcoin. I've been talking about this for a while. And by the way, if you turn on the bell icon notifications, you'll get the short videos that I do. I do intraday analysis every single day around 10:30, 11 o'clock. We give out levels and ODT, interest where dealers are sitting for day trading levels. But I was talking about this earlier, and we'll talk about Bitcoin in a minute because a lot to discuss there. But right now, pretty good trend day here, gap up, sideways, and a rip into the, pretty much the afternoon. Little pullback here by the end of the day. Q's just trended higher all day long, and they are, we're gamma squeezing. Tesla here, flew past 400, right? That was a big dealer level last week. It flew past 420. That was another dealer level. It flew past 440 today. This was supposed to be dealer resistance day. So is 450. It flew through all of those. I'll check the levels at the end of the day once I'm done with this video. But unless this, we'll see where they're hedged at. It might pull back into 450. We'll see. But we've got massive squeezing going on here. Just in certain things though, right? Certain names like the Russell 2000 can't get out of its own way. Neither can the Dow. And obviously the Qs are broadly rallying, not every NASDAQ stock, but right now, that's kind of where we're at right now. And I think that does continue, at least in that momentum phase. I'm not saying the Qs are going to be up this big tomorrow, but I do think this momentum continues here, at least until the Fed. Then you might be looking for a pivot where kind of everything else can get a turn here. Now Qs, right now, I'm looking at the 540 level. That's really all I care about right now. If we go into that tomorrow and we react off of it, meaning we get a sharp sell, we know that the high is in for the week. That was kind of the expected move, and I told members this morning, like 540 is kind of like the move, the target for QQQ this week. I didn't think we were going to essentially hit it today. A lot of the time when you have an OPEX week, which we do, December, largest premium of the year, is always December. A lot of the time when you hit that first, you hit that upper expected move on the first day, usually it brings mean reversion the rest of the week. Things are gamma squeezing so hard, end of year flow, not a lot of appetite for selling. Is that going to happen? We'll see. But I do think there is an opportunity for a little bit of a flip as we get more towards the middle of the week. So we'll be watching that 540 handle tomorrow. Spiders, they're kind of in the middle here, but right now we're just consolidating. And I do think they'll take out the 610 level at some point. It just doesn't, probably needs at least a few more days, maybe even until the end of the week. But again, no problems with the spiders here. We're just consolidating through time, as we've been doing pretty much all year. And I do think we'll get a good pop into the end of the year, as well as the Dow and the Russell here. But we're watching. A lot of people are watching this with me here. Members know my level, and we're not quite there yet. We did get a bid today. What was strange is that volatility was loose today. And this shouldn't really be the case before VIX expires, which it does in 2 days. Usually volatility is very muted. Now, price action wise, you would think volatility was low. But we saw some pretty good action in the vol products. And I like looking at the vol products because it shows bid and ask, actual demand versus the VIX, which is a calculation. But even the VIX up 6.3 into the close, VVIX up 2%. You don't normally see that before expiration, especially going into the end of the year. So maybe there's a little bit of pocket of risk here. I do know bulls are getting really fat. Tesla's up 115% in 6 weeks. It's just $1 trillion company though, so not a big deal. Broadcom's up. Broadcom's $1 trillion company now, so maybe a little bit of risk. I just don't really see a ton of selling appetite into the end of the year, honestly. But I do think we'll get some rotation here. Now let's talk about Bitcoin here. I know everybody's waiting. I've been talking about this for like 3 weeks now. What did I tell you guys? Watch. Nobody believed me. watch $60, right? Because there's a level there. And the stuff matters now. You're going to have to get used to it. You know, this is where dealers are sitting. This is a big deal now, right? This is a level we've had, you know, pinned, and you know, a little bit interest grew at 61 throughout the day as we were pushing through it. Starting to see a little bit of hedging towards 62, but ultimately, you know, what I said this morning and last night in both my short updates is, you know, we get through this, we're going to 65, which equals out to about 115. So there is a path here for 115 Bitcoin, technically by this Friday. We're not really seeing a huge reaction off of this. You saw a little bit of dealers come in there. We got above 61, 61.50, we pulled back in, but it'll be important to see how this reacts tomorrow. If this just goes sideways and just holds up, they could try to pump it in towards the end of the week. So again, this, you know, I know people don't believe me, but I'm telling you, the crypto game is changing. The Bitcoin game is changing with how these options are affecting things. IBIT is plenty big enough. It has enough open interest to rival a stock like Netflix. And there's also 8 other ETFs that have open interest as well. They will move the Bitcoin market. So again, for bulls here, no problems. Higher lows, new all-time highs, right? Bears have given no reason to stop out or sell. I'm still trailing my runners from 64,000 and a shorter term one from 96. I have zero reason to move out of either of those. So as long as we keep making higher lows, as long as we consolidate here, we can just go through anyway. But we could see a violent move if they are able to break that 61 handle tomorrow. ETH acting pretty well. Also, basically just making this looks like a slight higher high, 4108. Yep, so slight higher high there. No problems with this either. But watch that 60, 61 handle on IBIT. So, and dealers are getting run over on a lot of things here, so it wouldn't shock me if they got run over on that with Larry Fink. And this should be headline news, and nobody talks about it, nobody cares. But Larry Fink's literally figured out a way to, you know, use options to gamma squeeze Bitcoin, which is a $4 trillion asset. No one cares, but that's my alpha. That's fine. Anyways, let's get over here to SMH here, up 1.5. You know, Broadcom just up 1 billion%. You know, if they can continue through this area, we look at 260, 265, and then maybe 270. Cloud's been kind of quiet lately, up 1%, still holding all the moving averages. Nothing wrong there with IGV. Transports, you know, this is interesting for a bounce here. There's not really many good vehicles to buy DJT with. You can use like XTN or IYT, and then there's TPOR. These are all really thin. This is a 3X, but if you're going to take a shot, I mean, like, you know, this is where you would do it. Previous high, back test, right? It's right on the money there. So I'd expect the transports to get a bounce this week, probably close green for the week. You know, another thing the market doesn't care about, interest rates, right? Twos, higher. It is a done deal. The Fed's going to cut Wednesday. I don't think they care where the 2-year is, but they're going to cut, and their Fed funds is going to be right about here. So that'll be interesting. 5s up nicely, 10s flat, and then 30s here flat too. But they have come back very nicely. So rates kind of putting pressure here and kind of calling the Fed, saying, what are you doing? XHP is feeling that too, down 1%. I think 110, 111 holds for here for now. 200 MA reconnect as well. VNQ down 1/3. It's not good. I think this will get a decent bounce though with everything else if my thesis is correct though. But not a great looking pullback there. We, you know, got back below that flag channel. So XLF here down 9 cents. Nothing terrible. I think that's still kind of be supportive for now. Same thing with KRE. This was green with a lot of things red today. KBE and broker dealers held up fine. Oil quietly red. Again, just a tight range here. I would love for this to just flush it out and just get it out of its system. It has not done that yet though, so here we are. XLE, I think, will be supportive tomorrow if we gap down. I think there's a good chance we see the low of the week and maybe of the month tomorrow. I don't see us going much past 87. XOP, same kind of deal. This may try to go for 130, and you could still make a higher low there, though. Everyone hates energy. I think we're seeing some tax loss selling too, but everyone hates energy. That's fine. OIH down 1.25. Again, room for a higher low there as well. CCJ down 10 cents, but it did come off the lows. Again, big outside candle, but you still could have another higher low here if it wants to. If it wants to put in that pivot. URNM, again, we've been warning about this. It's weak. Probably needs to go reconnect with 40. And NJ, we're looking for like, maybe just sub 19 there. Nat gas down 1.7, gap down. Doing the old Sunday night crap them down nat gas trick. Again, I don't see anything good for it right now. I don't love it. I'm not even looking to get involved. Dollar index flat, hammering on 107. Bulls want weekly consolidation here, and they're starting to get that. Gold, again, down 0.25%. Really kind of quiet day. This should jump on rate cut news. It's acting as if it's not priced in. We'll see if that is the case. Silver as well. I don't think silver goes too much lower from here. Platinum, nice rebound. Could be a fake breakdown. Nice little fake breakdown. You got to get back above like 960, but nice sell attempt with no follow through. And then palladium here down 1.2. Again, I like it long term, just don't like it right now. Copper, I don't really care for either. I don't like the lower highs. If you can get above this high here on a close, then we can talk, but I just don't really see anything all that great for it. All right, so we covered crypto already. Again, just kind of wrapping up. We'll see tomorrow. I think is a little bit quieter. I don't think we squeeze as hard as we did today. Tomorrow, I'm very curious to see how this reacts at 540 though. That's the big level to me. And I mean, if we blow through that, then things get really interesting. Again, I'll have to check how the see if all the dealers are positioned. Excuse me, after I'm done here, but I don't really think we're going to go too much higher tomorrow, at least I think. And then obviously FOMC Wednesday will kind of pause there. Rate cut is baked into the cake. That doesn't mean the market won't just rally anyway. But I do think we could see that kind of growth to value kind of rotation as we get towards the middle of the week, but we'll see how that happens. Anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't find me on carnivoretrades.com. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.